A number of years ago, I wrote an Easter song. I wanted to write one with a peppy beat and a happy tune, something that children could easily identify with, in fact, with words that kind of are fun when they come off your tongue. So this is my effort at an Easter song. It's called God's Own Son is the One. I offer it to you as part of our Easter season here at First Congregational United Church of Christ in Alpena, Michigan. God's own Son is the one who rolls the night away. God's own Son is the one who turns the dark to the bright of day. God's own Son is the one who calmed the stormy sea. God's own Son is the one who controls me. If my followers fall silent and they fail to sing my praise, the stones themselves will cry out, our Lord was heard to say. When his life was lost upon the cross, his followers fled. Like his body in the tomb, their faith was dead. God's own Son is the one who rolls the night away. God's own Son is the one who turns the dark to the bright of day. God's own Son is the one who calmed the stormy sea. God's own Son is the one who controls me. If an angels turned their face away the day he died, but when 3 days later he rolled the boulders aside, then their choirs sang his glory. So the story goes, on the day he made those gravestones rock and roll. God's own Son is the one who rolls the night away. God's own Son is the one who turns the dark to the bright of day. God's own Son is the one who calmed the stormy sea. God's own Son is the one who controls me. Though the weight of the world weighed him down and brought him to the floor, he may have lost that battle, but you know he won the war. So no matter how big the mountain is you've got to face, he's got the moves to move it from its place. God's own Son is the one who rolls the night away. God's own Son is the one who turns the dark to the bright of day. God's own Son is the one who calmed the stormy sea. God's own Son is the one who controls me. When the valleys are lifted, making rough places plain, the mountains rush to the sea and jump like drunken men. The whole earth shall know God's glory and show forth God's praise. Through the noise you'll hear our voices sing that day. God's own Son is the one who rolls the night away. God's own Son is the one who turns the dark to the light of day. God's own Son is the one who calmed the stormy sea. God's own Son is the one who controls me. Say it with me, would you? God's own Son is the one who rolls the night away. God's own Son is the one who turns the dark to the bright of day. God's own Son is the one who calmed the stormy sea. God's own Son is the one who controls me. Bless you.